everyone. I'm Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so we've gotten into the practice of slowing down, turning our focus inward into that heart, taking that long exhalation, the letting go of everything that we think we should know or think that we know about this upcoming week, so that we can actually receive what's available for us and new ways of being and how to take care of ourselves and inform us as to what maybe awaits for us or different ways of approaching situations. So the purpose in being able to take the time to do this is so that we can actually co-create our week in a way that is inspiring and helpful and gives us actually that movement that we're looking for, that forward motion for ourselves and what it is that we're trying to create or generate in our life. Okay? So hopefully you guys are playing along, going into that heart space, letting go, taking 3 long breaths, relaxing. You know, when you get in this practice, you can do it anytime, anywhere, at a traffic light, standing in line at the grocery store. Don't have to close your eyes. You can just take those long breaths, letting go. And once you start to feel that familiar place of feeling grounded, where you're feeling heavy in that buttocks and that leg area, right? Or just even more open across the chest, that neutral sensation. When we're there, we can access any information and we're non-reactive. So people can say something or do something and we don't automatically react, like, you know, get angry or get excited or jump in and say yes before we've thought it through or automatically say no, whatever those automatic behaviors are that don't really support us anymore. So getting into this neutral space is really important for us because it allows us then that moment to stop and go, is it true? Is it not true? How do I want to play? Is this right for me? Is it not right for me? It gives us a lot more ability to be able to really express who we are and what we want to do in the world. So let's go in. Let's go ahead and take those 3 long breaths. Then we'll relax and let go. And then as I start to talk, just notice how it feels in your body. Notice if there's additional information that comes in. It's just a game. Play along. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. And when you do that, you'll surprise yourself and a lot more information will come in. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to it. So relax with that cleansing breath. Going into that heart. Dropping down. And now 3 breaths. Okay, so interesting. So what you're going to notice at the beginning of this week is your ability to be able to see and recognize something about yourself that needs to be changed. Something that is an old habit, something that is familiar, that it's just no longer needed in your life, whether it's fear about something, whether it's an addiction, whether it's an addiction can be anger, it can be food, it can be relationships that don't support you. It can be a bad habit of hiding out, right? Or not speaking up, right? Or going away. So you just are going to start to notice, wow, this is something that I need to change. This behavior doesn't serve me anymore. So we're all going to see, kind of like I see this mirror that's cracked, right? So you're going to be able to see something about yourself that's like, it's time to let that one go. And the good news is when we recognize that, right there, they're just showing me this feast is right there of opportunity to change and correct. So everything that you need, whether it's something really serious and you need a therapist or you need a healer or you need a doctor, right? Something like that, if it's that intense, is right there. If it's something simpler, like, just blowing off steam at the wrong time or constantly picking a fight with somebody or hiding out, not doing what you're supposed to be doing, shrugging that responsibility. Whatever it is for you, there's a moment where you're just going to be able to just stop, recognize it, and take the different action. And it's really simple. Just showing me where this path is opening up and this behavior reminds me of a tree branch that's broken off, and you'll be able to see it and you just won't choose the path. So that just really gives me a lot of hope. It lets me know that there is a lot of energy this week for healing, for a sense of satisfaction, for taking care of our own needs, for being able to move forward in a way that's productive and happy and exciting and fulfilling for ourselves. This isn't about anybody else. This is for me personally, for you personally. Be able to stop and go, wow, I recognize that and I'm done with it. And you'll be surrounded with a group of people that can help you overcome it or move forward or just recognize it. So that's how the week begins. It's this great opportunity to see something about yourself that needs to be adjusted and changed. And when we do that, this whole other door opens up. Well, that's nice. And it's just like a celebration, just a celebration of, wow, this is what it feels like when I take a step in the right direction, when I do something for myself that feels good, that is on the right path for me. So there's this great expansion of energy that can happen as soon as you take one step in that right direction. And if you don't feel safe in taking that step, I'm being shown this beautiful table with people around you that will help you, that will move you forward, that have your back, that can support you. The first thing to do if it's serious is to ask for help, is to ask for somebody's hand, and support and moving forward. The other thing is, if it's just something that we might think, oh, it's not that big a deal, but I really need to change it. Even those things, just sharing it with your friends is important, because when we share that energy, when we speak it, that creates it, right? So as co-creators, our language helps us to cement the field, right? To create the energy, the template that's going to support us. So no matter what it is, just stop and write a couple things down. If something's popping in your head right now, it's probably something you should consider looking at making a change with. So just have that awareness that this is in the ethers, and to take advantage of it and to use it. And for some of you, it might even be, cleaning up old behaviors with people that like something that's been nagging at you that happened 6 months ago or 6 years ago or 16 years ago, and you need to ask for forgiveness or you need to make an atonement. That can be part of this energy too. So anything that comes in that you just want to let go of and change, this is the week to get after it and just do it. All right, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. There's some things that you've been working on that are around you that are sustainable, that they can actually be move forward with longevity. So stop and look and see, is there something that I've talked about doing, I've wanted to do, but I let life get in the way and it's just fallen short and I haven't gotten it off the ground and I haven't done things with it yet. It is this week you're being urged. Time is of the essence. Stop waiting. Stop procrastinating. Let go of the busy work or the fear or the allowing other things to get in the way, and actually block your time and actually say, no, this I'm doing, right? And it could be something as simple as a yoga class for yourself, because you know that you feel better and you respond better to stress when you do yoga. Or it could be a meditation class that you take. Or it could be something like an actual work project that or a side job that you've wanted to do, and or somebody's been telling you those cookies are the best and you really need to start selling them, right? And so you've just avoided it because you're a little embarrassed about it or whatever, or you don't have the time. Get after it, go do it, and enlist the help of people around you and put it in the calendar. When you do that, you're just going to see more momentum going towards you, going towards your ability to be seen in the world and to start to create your world the way you want it, and no longer procrastinating or daydreaming about it, right? If we look back, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 months ago, 5 months ago, how long ago is that idea that you've had? How long have you been sitting on it? How long have you been going to go do that and you haven't done it yet? This is the week, go do it, right? So just make a commitment. In fact, if you're listening to this and there's something in your mind that you've been putting off, write it. Put it right out there on this, underneath this video, and just say, Peggy, I'm going to go do that yoga class this week. Or you know what? I'm going to go finish that work project. Or you know what? I'm going to go sign up and take Italian classes because I've wanted to do that for 10 years, right? Whatever it is. Or you're going to book yourself an exotic vacation. It can be something fun or it can be something that's really tangible. But there's a longevity to it. So whatever it is that you're doing, it has long effects. It has long-reaching effects. So that means to me it's something healthy and that is something worthwhile and that you need to get onto, because what happens is energy isn't always this friendly. There's, like wintertime, why would you plant a crop in the wintertime? You wouldn't, right? So this is that kind of energy that it's time to plant the seeds. It's time to put it in motion. Not 3 months from now, but now. So you have to understand that everything has its timing. And now is this time for you to create and to generate what it is that you want without hesitation. And just let go of what will people think, or what will people say, or I don't have the time, or why am I bothering with that, or this is a stupid idea. Who says it's a stupid idea? Except you, but it's your idea, so stop, right? So whatever the conversation is let it go and allow yourself to be happy. Allow it to come in. Be self-generating, because when we're self-generating, when we're actually doing what we love and what we're meant to do here in the world, it affects everybody else's mood. We're happy, we're exciting, we're feeling fulfilled, and that is an energy. Can you guys feel that energy? It's like a circular energy coming in and it's going out, right? And do you think I like to do this? It's a little uncomfortable for me, but yet it's who I am. It's what my gift is in the world, is just to be able to uplift and bring information forward. And that's what I do. And it isn't always comfortable, but I feel really good about it. And I feel the energy, and it helps me, and hopefully it helps you too. So we all have these gifts and these abilities to bring things forward. And what you're being asked to do is just to trust what that is for you this week. And sometimes it's just something so simple as eating right, or taking a class, or learning something new, right? Or it could be something a little more profound, a little more in depth, such as sharing your gift to the world, or, creating something work related and a new source of income. So whatever you're sitting on, stop sitting on it. Tell a friend or tell me, right? Go ahead and put out there on social media, this is what I'm doing. And let us all applaud you and cheer you on and move you forward, because it is an energy and there's momentum with it, and it's going to help you and it's going to lift you up. So that's what's available this week. It's just this uplifting energy of you being seen in the world and you being able to get what you want. All right, very cool. I love that energy. It's so filling is the word, just filling. It's coming up and spilling out and over. So it's really a great energy. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. Okay, so remuneration is coming in, and it could be something that you were wronged for. It could be something as simple as, you left an apartment and there's money coming back in. It feels like it's money related. So some of you may be getting unexpected checks or money coming back in. Some of you may have a lawsuit that's finishing up and you're going to get money from that. But it feels like remuneration. It could be in the form of just an apology, and not financial too. That somebody's saying to you, you know what, I wronged you and I'm sorry, and I just wanted you to know that. But there's this energy coming back in of remuneration, and being able to, and it may be that something you're doing for somebody else that you did wrong, or that it's coming in for you. But that's an energy that some of you are going to see this week, of apologies and or making an apology. And it could also have to do with money. Money coming in for something that happened, and restitution coming in for that. Okay, let's see if there's anything else in store for us this week, or anything unexpected. Let's ask that. It's interesting. Okay. So the phrase that came in is patience for pleasure. Okay, so I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Patience for pleasure. And it's, how it reminds me of like being on a diet, and at the end of the diet or the end of, your workout regime, you suddenly go, oh, wow, that's what I was going for. I finally look like that, right? Then you get the pleasure after you've been working out for 3 months to see the changes, or after you've been eating a certain way to notice the changes. So there's this, you're being asked to have patience before the pleasure, right? So don't just take that pleasure in without doing the work. So you're being asked to have patience. Don't just rush in and enjoy, but build our capacity to be able to receive that joy, to be able to sustain it. You know, it reminds me of, I always used to talk about, you know, people who aren't prepared for life, or for instance, lottery winners. You know, they did that study where a lot of lottery winners 20 years later were broke again because they never learned about the energy of money or how to handle so much at once, right? Or somebody who's quickly thrust into the limelight and then they just explode and blow up, or somebody who has huge success in sports or in their career and they don't have the vessel or the capacity to handle it, right? So it's the everyday going to work every day, putting in that effort, that grit that's needed to sustain ourselves so that when the good things come in, we can handle it. When the good news comes in, we can handle it. So it's like building our vessel, our capacity to be able to receive. So that's what that means to me, is patience before pleasure. Do the work, find yourself every day, make that effort and that and enjoy, right? You have that patience, but then enjoy the process, right? Enjoy the process of what you're building within yourself. Acknowledge yourself, triumph in the everydayness of what it is you have to do for yourself in order to feel good about it. And at the end of the day, like, wow, I made it through a day. I feel good about this. I'm doing the right thing. I'm following through, right? And at the end, you're going to be able to really savor that pleasure as you turn around and look at what you've created and how different you are and how it's affected you. And so whatever it is, that crack in the mirror that you saw about yourself that needs to be changed, have patience with it, go forward with it, take care of yourself, unite with it, and the pleasure is going to be yours. It's all going to be right there. All right, you guys, have an amazing week, taking care of yourselves, looking yourself in the mirror, seeing exactly what work that needs to be done, self-acceptance, self-love, and then change, and then make the change. Take the step. Step into what it is that you need to do to take care of you so that you can be your best self. All right, you guys, lots of love to you. Have an amazing week. I can't wait to read your responses and to hear what it is that you're going to start on, what it is you're going to do, what it is that you're going to change. And I'm going to give it a thought myself, and I'll write something in as well. All right, lots of love to everybody. Have a great week, and I'll connect with you again next week.